So I once watched the spoken word artist do a tag poem, I believe it's called, like a childhood chain story. One began, the next added, the next person, and so it went. And I watched. I watched and I prepared for a verse that would go unspoken. Preparation, my armor. So I held this imaginary steel plate over my heart with words that I repeated over and over to be certain. A rehearsal for a play I haven't shown up for just yet. And so the chain kinks. It bends here with me in my mind. The flow of their story so contagious. And yet I feel the spokes of my essence may disconnect the chain of a collective we. I watched his lips move. Then he turned to the poet by his side. Your go, said through his eyes. An unspoken language she spoke with ease. She ignited, so powerful her story, that rode on the coattails of a soldier standing watch to truth. Your go, her body turned to him. His arms reach for the edge of her words. Like a slow dance around the waist of her pain, he finishes her sentence. He turns to me. Your go, read through the open space of his lips. I speak. Pause. The word released from my mouth was pause, reflective of an inner struggle to know how to fit into a rhyme that becomes the story of life. Unaware how to follow, uncertain how to be the middle of any story, much less my own. So I pause behind the words. I scan the group of poets that's energy now lingers in the space between our breaths. Our energy now creates an anxiety within the silence that we all feel in the room. The heat expands. I watch the sweat drip down the side of his face, down the cleavage she shows to distract from her frail, chapped lips. I hear the "come on, girl, you can do this." And I realize I have. So I stand upright. And all I have in me is to repeat that single word. Pause. I turn to the poet that is next to me to be tagged, handing him a now rusted chain. I look in his eyes. He takes his hand, lifts it to the side of my face, traces his finger down the tension of my jaw. My lips separate slightly as I whisper, "You go," and the story moves on.